Yo, what is up? We are back with a new video. Looks like Twitch Prime Foxtrot has dropped, so let's take a look at it. There is the Foxtrot package that has dropped, and there is a hint on what's next in the July package. There's a German logo and 105 on it. It must be some kind of gun caliber, some kind of special tank. I have no idea, but let's claim the Foxtrot and see what happens. First, it's asking you to link the account, of course, so let's go ahead and do that. There we go, successfully claimed. So let's go check it out and see what's in the package. Maybe I have to restart the game. Let's go do that. Here we go. This is the package that's just been received after you relog in, and it looks like we have a new commander. You have a couple of emblems that says tea time. You have a badge, 5 automatic fire extinguishers, 2 rental tanks, which is an AC4 experimental for 2 weeks, and then Centurion 51 RACC. Now, of course, if you time your claim perfectly, like example, if you claim on the 14th of July, just before the Frontlines episode 6 starts, you can actually have this tank to play for the entire duration of the Frontlines. Actually, it runs for 2 weeks, so you know, a week before Frontlines start, you can claim this Foxtrot package and still have the Centurion Mark 51 RACC to use in your Frontlines game mode. You also get 1 day of premium account, 5 pudding and tea, 5 large repair kit, and 5 large first aid kit. But of course, the best thing about this tank, this care package, is the commander. The commander comes with 3 skills if you recruit him. If you go to you have the American one, which was like a couple of months ago, and this one is your British one. Of course, it is only you can only use it for the UK tank tech tree and only commander position. So it's going to be a good commander for one of your new light tanks if you choose to go down the light tank path. Yeah, that's it. That's all we have for the Foxtrot care package. Yo, what is up? It has never been easier for you to get this tank, the Chieftain T95, and today's video is going to be about this tank and how you can get this tank in the next 10 days. The opportunity is now. It is easier than ever for you to get this tank, and that's what we're going to talk about today. But before anything goes on, remember to subscribe and like this video. Subscribe and click the notification if you can. Follow my channel, especially if you're here for the mod pack updates. You will get a notification every time a new video pops up. Now, the next 10 days, Clan War special events is up, and this is one of the 4 reward tanks that you can choose from if you qualify with enough fame point rewards. That's how you get this tank. You participate in Clan Wars, and I don't need to tell you about the Chieftain because it's one of the best tanks in this game. It's one of 3 must-have Clan War reward tanks in this game, the other 2 being the 907 and the VKK. These are the only 3 tanks that matter in terms of Clan Wars reward tanks, because these 3 tanks, you're going to be using them not just in random battles where they are really powerful, but they are also one of the staple choices in clan wars, these tanks are picked all the time. The 907, the Chieftain, and the VKK. But in the next 10 days, after the event is over, only 4 tanks are up for grabs, and the 4 tanks are this tank, the Chieftain T95, the 907, the M60, which is like a pattern thing, M60, and the last tank is a 121B, which is the least popular tank out of all these reward tanks. Now we are in steps spawning south. We've decided to rush the eastern side. We've rushed all the way there. There's no one there, which means you need to come back and defend on the south and western side, because that's where the enemies are going to be pushing from, which is exactly what I've done. I've realized this early and decided to move back to the base ASAP and defend it from there. And because we have a couple of tanks that are occupying the K line up on the rocks, defending exactly this kind of counter push from the enemies, they can't push into us. So we've done well to prepare on the K line to defend from the enemies that would be pushing from the western side. So it was easy for us to wrap around and come attack them. Now they are wrapping around. They have decided to take the middle road to go back to their base and try to group up there and deal with our main forces, which is at the north. But as you can see, our main forces on the north, they are in pretty good position. They are very strong in the hull down positions up north. But we are actually down 2 tanks now, but it's not a problem because we have the upper hand in terms of mobility, and we are also grouped up together, which means that we can actually converge on them together as a group and focus fire them down. As you can see here, we take care of them pretty easily. 3 of us just pushing through. And now I've decided, I know exactly what I need to do. But what's happening right here is I am thinking about what I need to do. I haven't actually figured it out yet, but this is when I figured out what I should do. I should use my HP and push right to the front, take that corner and hold them down with my teammates. Now my teammates has pushed, one of my teammates has pushed on without me, but he's not in a good position over there because he's gonna get shot from the guys on the eastern side, and he might take some damage from those guys from the east and the west side. But I figured out what I'm gonna do now. I have no idea what these Japanese guys are saying, but I figured out what to do. Look, this guy is taking some damage in that position there, which wasn't a very good position, but right now I'm in a good position. Coming here is the right choice, and the first thing I do is deal with this guy. I can probably finish him off in one shot, but this 260 has come forward, but I've got to ignore him and try to take out the guns, available guns, as quickly as possible. And behind this 260 you can see some medium tanks crossing. I should deal with those tanks first. Always kill the 907s first, followed by 277 Super Conquerors, 277s and 5As and 260s. Always ignore these tanks because they don't reload as fast as 907s and Super Conquerors. But anyway, here you are, Chieftain doing really well for itself, and this is why this is one of the best tanks in tier 10. You almost the reward tanks are a toss-up between the Chieftain T95 and the 907. I have both tanks, and quite frankly it's quite difficult for me to say which one is better. They are both very, very good in what they do. So the 907s of course reload very quickly, have great mobility and have trollage armor. The T95 Chieftains itself got amazing turret armor, a usable hull armor, and good mobility. Now let's go to the next game. We are in Muravanka this time, and we are Is this Murvanka or Malinovka? I keep messing up the names. But anyway, we are pushing up the hill and we are going to attack the windmill up in A0. Now, I have this is an English-speaking clan that I joined randomly, and I know some of these players, so that's why I'm actually speaking to them in Discord, but I'm not having my own voice recorded in the replay itself. But I know exactly what they're going to do in A0. So the idea is to get all our medium tanks pushing up to the A0 position behind the windmill as quickly as possible and dominate whatever is there. They probably have medium tanks up in that corner as well. So I have asked our guys to push up the medium tanks, not to stop, push all the way up there, shoot on the move if you have to, but get up behind that windmill and destroy, take on the enemy medium tanks that are invariably going to be there to meet them behind the windmill at Alpha 0. Now, what are the heavy tanks going to do? The heavy tanks are going to follow up behind our medium tanks, and what we're going to do is support our medium tanks in clearing up those medium tanks. This is essentially a three-pronged attack into one singular position. What I'm going to do is have these medium tanks take their enemy heavy tanks head on behind the windmill, while our heavy tanks turn right slightly and try to cut off the enemy heavy tanks that are trying to push up the hill as well. So as you can see, the heavy tanks 277s, the fast heavy tanks have got there, and they are going to try to cut off the enemy heavy tanks that are trying to push up the hill, and the rest of us, 2, 3, 4 of us, are going to go down here and try to cut off the enemy heavy tanks that are on the lower ground trying to flank around us. Now these three guys here actually were trying to take the lower ground and flank up behind us and shoot us from the back, but we are here, 4 of us, cut them off, and we're going to kill them off with our focus fire. Now I shouldn't have tried to shoot at this guy. Instead I should have tried to shoot those guys that were behind the windmill that were one-shottable. That was my bad. But anyway, I decided to concentrate my focus on the killable 1-shot, 2-shot tanks and kill those guys. Try to ignore those full HP guys. Just try to focus on those guys that are already damaged and can easily be killed. Now that's the power of the Chieftain T95. Now this Clan Wars event have no new tanks, which means less people are participating in it. A lot of veteran players are not going to be playing this event, which means this tank and getting any kind of reward tank is going to be a lot easier for the rest of you guys. All you need to do is join a clan, any clan, as long as that clan is active and is going to participate and going to play a lot of games in the event, at least play 5-6 games every day. And I believe you can get one of these tanks. Now remember, all you need to do is be in a clan that's going to be active in this event. Make sure that you can get yourself into 5 games, 6 games every day to participate in the Clan War events. If you have 5-6 battles every day and you can win 3 of them, you're going to earn enough fame points to earn a reward tank and maybe pick a 907 or a T95 Chieftain. So I hope you get some useful information about this event, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.